10-12 शॉट्स तो लिए होंगे आराम से वोडका के।
So the bill came around 20,000 rupees.
बिल आता है 30,000 का।
Normal hookah they charge me 6,000 bucks.
पे तो करना पड़ेगा वरना हमें दूसरा तरीका भी आता है पे करने का ही।
Apparently, there's a scam going on in Delhi where men meet girls on a dating app and they lure them to a certain cafe. And the bills could be anywhere between 20,000, 30,000 or even 50,000. So now you might question, how is this a scam? I too had similar doubts. That was until I started digging deeper.
So I was using OkCupid. I didn't know this side of the dating apps prior to this experience.
I got a match. She asked me to come to a certain cafe. There she was. So I was sure कि okay, it's not a guy, it's an actual girl, a real girl. And maybe the people who say that dating apps don't work, they actually work.
तो उसने मेरे से बोला कि मैं वोडका वगैरह लूंगी। मेरे ख्याल से उसने 10-12 शॉट्स तो लिए होंगे आराम से वोडका के। बिल आया, बिल आता है 30,000 का।
I said that okay, it's a huge bill, let's split that. She said I don't have money as of now, you pay now, I'll pay you later. And when I paid that, I went home, I called her, she blocked me, and that's it.
A girl and a guy went out for a date. The girl drank and the boy paid. This isn't really a scam until you start noticing the patterns. Two of the men that I interviewed told me the name of the same cafe. When I tried to reach out to them, they refused to give me a comment. But there was one more interesting thing. They both had matched with the same girl. While one was called Disha and the other was Sonia, they both had the exact same phone number. So naturally, I tried to reach out to them. And this is what happened. So when we couldn't really get the testimonies of the cafes or these girls, we decided to lay a bait.
Once I got to know about this scam and I wanted to put myself out there and to experience if it really happens so frequently like this people were telling us.
But for the theory to actually work, Sharon's experience had to match with the testimonies of the men that I had interviewed.
So I made a dating profile, matched with this girl whose name was in the picture that she had as a profile picture, she had a phone in front of her face, which essentially hid her face. After matching, I sent in a hi, to which a reply came hello, and that was pretty much it. And after just 2 or 3 small chats, small conversations, okay, what do you do, where do you live, this, she was like, want to catch up.
It was an instant match, and the female initiated the conversation with a hello, and which very swiftly went to let's meet.
She asked me to meet somewhere in Kakaduma, and then I was like, why go to Kakaduma? Maybe let's, know some really nice cafes around CP. But she was like, no, I live near Kakaduma, so first time here, so let's meet around my house. A couple days later, she texts me again saying ki, okay, let's go to Lakshmi Nagar. Let's meet at Lakshmi Nagar.
She asked me to come to a certain cafe. So I said that ये cafe तो मेरे घर से बहुत दूर है. Maybe we should try some center point that will be equal distance to both of us. So she's like ki, no, I have some college classes, I have some work, so I can't really go far from my place.
She asked me to meet her in front of Hira Sweets in Lakshmi Nagar. So she started saying me, okay, hi, I am here. Can you see me? I was like, no, where are you? So she was like, okay, I'm on the opposite side of the road and I'm here with a friend. And so basically they met me right below the cafe that we went to after.
जहाँ पे उसने मुझे बुलाया था मैं पहुंचा तो वहाँ पे ही एक कैफे था, करके कैफे था। तो मैंने बोला कहाँ चलना है, तो बोलती कि इसी में चल लेते हैं।
The menu was extremely dirty and shabby, and the price on the menu were extremely expensive.
बहुत महंगा है भाई, ये ऐसा छोटा सा कैफे ये इतना महंगा कैसे है?
खाना कितना कॉस्टली है?
कितना है? 700 रुपए का चिली पोटैटो।
Like a Red Bull was for 600 rupees, a hookah small one was for 3,000 rupees, the large one was for 4,000 rupees. I think a pint of Kingfisher was for 800 rupees. This girl that I matched with, she was constantly telling that, I go for partying here, I go for partying there, every weekend I go for party. After 30 minutes probably of we were smoking the hookah, and after 30 minutes or so, that hookah was coming just fine. This girl I was with, she says that, she was smoking the hookah and she was like, कुछ नहीं आ रहा इससे, ये तो I think खराब हो गया है, तो नया मंगवा लेते हैं.
Hookah was paining in her throat. The waiter said that, okay, now it is now spoiled, so can I get you a fresh hookah? So she said, okay.
So I remember we ordered 3 or 4 glasses of Red Bull, and there was a small hookah that we ordered, and there was a chili potato and noodles. So for this, the bill came to something around 6,200 or something around that.
बिल आया, बिल आता है 30,000 का. बाउंसर था, वो इस तरह से बात करने लग गया कि नहीं पे तो करना पड़ेगा वरना हमें दूसरा तरीका भी आता है पे करने का, ये वो.
They gave me a bill which was pretty much a cash memo. Walked up to the counter and I was like, give me a proper GST bill. So they showed me to the printing machine which was like out of service and they said that it's not working.
अपना बिल दो. यही होता सर हमारा. GST वाला बिल नहीं होता. हमारी प्रिंटिंग मशीन काम नहीं करती.
They suggested that you should do a kacha bill, which would save me the GST money, but I had to pay because they had bouncers as well.
The moment we walked out of the cafe, I remember I asked them like, hey, do you guys know about this kind of scams that are happening in Delhi? मैं यही सोच रहा हूँ कि आप लोग scam तो नहीं कर रहे हो मुझे.
So let's take a pause here and notice a pattern. There's a girl that you meet on a dating app who's very eager to meet you, but at a very, very specific cafe. Then there's hookah, vodka, and a very huge bill. Now, based on Shaunu's experience and the testimonies that I had, the only probable inference that we can draw is that the girls and the cafes are on the same team.
बेसिकली एक बार जिसके साथ होता है मोस्टली लोग कंप्लेन नहीं करते हैं. टू बी ऑनेस्ट मैं आपको बोलूँ तो इसमें लीगली बहुत कुछ नहीं है, क्योंकि अगर रेस्टोरेंट ने जीएसटी ले रखा है, उसका एक फिक्स मेन्यू है, तो फिर पुलिस बहुत कुछ इसमें नहीं कर पाएगी.
देखिए ऑन पेपर ये सारी चीज़ें जो आप अभी सिचुएशन बता रही हैं ऑन पेपर तो लीगल है. टैक्स का इशू हो सकता है क्योंकि वो रिसीट नहीं देते इसका, लेकिन कोई भी रेस्टोरेंट का मालिक किसी भी अपने डिश के लिए या ड्रिंक के लिए कोई भी चार्ज कर सकता है. इसमें तो कोई क्राइम है नहीं, वो चार्ज कर सकता है. अब आपकी मर्जी, आप जाए ना जाए. लेकिन जो लिखा है, जो प्रिंटेड बिल है या जो सबके लिए है, अगर उससे हट के अलग लड़के लड़कियों के केस में वो 10 टाइम्स और 5 टाइम्स इस तरह के केसेस आते हैं, इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ. अगर कोई वसूली कर रहा है तो ये क्राइम बनता है. और ये पूरा रैकेट है, एक नेक्सस है जिसमें रेस्टोरेंट के मालिक जो वहाँ के जो केयरटेकर्स हैं वो भी मिले रहते हैं, लड़कियाँ भी मिली रहती हैं. पूरा एक गैंग है, गैंग की तरह काम करते हैं.
For long, men rights activists have been complaining that laws don't protect them enough. Apparently, life is tougher for men on the internet today.
When a man gets conned through dating apps, the law comes in assistance of these people who are serial scamsters. On the mere basis that the woman that has met the man, she can go and file a false allegation, and just by the virtue of being a woman, she has a hearing in the system.
But dating apps haven't really been a safe and happy space for women either. There are enough and more cases of women getting abused, raped, or even killed by men they meet on a dating app. Because quite frankly, meeting somebody off the internet can be scary.
ढेर सारी चीज़ें डेटिंग ऐप्स के माध्यम से हो रहा है. इसका कारण यह है कि डेटिंग ऐप्स पे ऑथेंटिकेशन का, आप कौन हैं, आपकी पहचान क्या है, इसके लिए KYC का कोई रेगुलेशन नहीं है.
डेटिंग सीन इज सो ऑन द गो ना कि किसी को ये सब ज्ञान देते हुए भी यूँ लगता है कि बच्चों को डरा रहे हो.
First, don't meet someone at an unknown space for the first time. Look out for red flags such as the person not having an active SIM or barely any social media presence. If there's any place that might be unsafe, walk out and don't be afraid to call the police. Perhaps time has come for men to be given the same advice that we women have been getting all our lives. To be safe, to be cautious.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.